Hey guys, Ian Hyatt with REACHRIGHT here. We have helped hundreds of churches for years with website design. Church websites have been around for years. Most churches have them these days. I rarely come across a church without one, sometimes. However, they're still vital for every church in our day and age to reach more visitors and communicate well with who they're trying to reach and who they're serving. So today we're going to talk about 7 must-have features for every church website and that your church website needs to have on them. Hey, if you haven't already with us, hit subscribe. We would really appreciate it, and let's go. The first feature that your church website needs to have on it is what we call a video background. These have been around for a few years now. You've probably seen them when you look at other church websites. They show about 12 seconds of B-roll footage from a church. You're showing people being greeted at the door. You're showing visitors what the service is going to be like, worship style, preaching. So these will be shots that briefly capture all of that. Maybe it's a baptism. Maybe it's kids having a great time in children's church. Whatever it is, they're short and they need to give people a real feel of what the experience is going to be like on a Sunday when they come. They're not too tough to pull off these days. Most churches have someone that's taking photos, knows a little bit of videography, can pull this off. And so make sure your church's website has that feature. Every church website needs a plan your visit page. It can also be called I'm new. New here, visit us. There's a lot of different words that can be used for it, but you do need to have a page that is totally dedicated to the first-time visitor. Let's face it, again, people will come to the website about 85% of the time before they physically come, after they do a Google search. This needs to be right front face, needs to be clear. They click on it, and this page is all about the visitor. Could be a welcome video from the pastor, frequently asked questions that obviously people have before visiting. What's the worship style like? Varies from church to church, but no doubt it's important to the visitor to be greeted with that. And lastly, where they can even fill out a form on that plan a visit page to let you know that they're coming, makes visitors a lot stickier. The next feature that's really important is a simple navigation on your church's website. We've seen it for years. Churches just sometimes they mean well, they want to communicate a lot, but too much. And sometimes there's way too many headers in your navigation, way too many page titles in the navigation. You want to keep it very simple. Honestly, if you can get it down to 5 to 6 different links in a simple navigation, that's going to be effective. We don't like a bunch of busy drop-down menus that add an extra step for someone browsing from their phone. And so you want to keep it one click away to get to a well-designed page. And again, simple titles on these pages and making it really easy for someone to get to. The next feature that's tried and true is having a calendar on your website. You want a calendar to highlight events to not just members, but people that are newer, people that haven't visited yet. Having something that's attractive, interactive, people can even sign up for maybe that event from that calendar. And obviously something that is going to be user-friendly for people. It's going to be something that you keep up to date regularly. We are in the age where most churches are using some sort of a CRM, database software platform. A lot of those are tied to calendars and have their own calendar and forms and those types of things, and that's okay. You can plug that in. We definitely believe in integration there, but you do want to make sure that the calendar is appealing and it's going to be usable for people that are on the website there as well. Next feature is a tried and true one and a biggie now more than ever, I would say too, is having a sermon archive on your website. We also think of live streaming. That is also very effective, but the reason we're saying an archive for this feature is not every church is cut out or ready for live streaming. If it's not going to be well produced, look good, and filmed well, might be just worth having audio messages for now on the website that are well recorded, but that at a minimum, having a place where people can go on and get past messages that they maybe missed. And here's a big one too, visitors, they want to get a feel for your preaching and teaching style before they come to a church. So make sure this is engaging. Most sermon archive systems, if they're done well, will allow you to upload a series image or an image that's associated with a message, and it'll have stuff that's searchable there and really user-friendly for someone to access to either watch or listen to, and even share. If that inspired them, you want to make it easy for them to share that message with people across all platforms. Number 6 here is online giving. If you don't have this on your website, you're greatly missing out. It used to be more of an apprehension that churches had back in the day. Now it is extremely secure, and having online giving increases giving, statistics have shown, if it's on an effective website. Now you'll want to have a good page that talks about giving. We don't just recommend this without any explanation and just a button where they go click to give. That can come off the wrong way. But having it on a well-designed giving page where you allow people to tithe ongoing, most church giving systems will allow that, where it is a one-time donation, even where people can give through crypto is available on a lot of these platforms now. But you want to have online giving available. It is the way that most people do their banking now is online. Online giving is the most convenient way for people to give these days. So you definitely want to make that available. And hey, they may want to give on a Tuesday night when they're not there, as they feel compelled to give at that time. You want to make that opportunity available, allow people to worship, give their tithes and offering effectively online. Last but not least is calls to action. A way for someone to respond is another way to think about it. Do you have forms embedded in the website where someone can plan a visit, like we talked about earlier, where they can submit a prayer request, get in touch with a specific ministry leader that someone's interested in connecting with for their area of interest? You want to make sure throughout your whole website you have this feature. Having a call to action on every page, we believe, is a non-negotiable. And the more you invite people to respond from your website, the more you will hear from them and the more you will see visitors show up on a Sunday. Well, there you have it. 7 must-have features for every church website. We hope that these were helpful for you. If you were missing a couple of them, maybe you were missing all of them, I hope not, get them added. Let us know if you need help. Also, check out the best church websites we've spotted out there as well. I'm Ian with REACHRIGHT. We'll see you later.